Welcome back, freshwater fishing novices. My name is Moles. This is Freshwater Fishing Novice Friday, and I'm the freshwater fishing novice. So this week, I talked to a subscriber named AKA Lotto. So I'm going to throw his comment up here real quick. So he's saying he doesn't have problems finding largemouth. He's been catching those pretty regularly. But his question was revolving around different techniques, tips, locations to look for smallmouth bass. So this video, we're going to talk about smallmouth bass. So first, freshwater fishing novices, I want to apologize to AKA Lotto. We had a conversation in the comments, and I promised something that I tried to do yesterday and it didn't work out so hot. So I got some outtakes from that I'll probably pop in at the end of this video. If you guys want to stick around, you can go back in the comments and look and figure out what I'm talking about. Sorry, AKA Lotto. I tried to do it, it turned into a big puddle. So this video, we're talking about smallmouth bass. We're going to talk about 3 different aspects of fishing for smallmouth bass. One thing we're going to talk about for smallmouth bass, habitat. Another thing for smallmouth bass we're going to look at is when to fish for smallmouth bass. And the last thing is just going to be smallmouth fishing tip and what lures I tend to catch smallmouth bass on. This video is going to be focused on fishing for smallmouth bass in lakes. There's not going to be much river coverage, so if that's what you're looking for, leave it in the comments. Let me know you want to know about smallmouth river fishing. This video's focus, fishing for smallmouth in lakes, because that's what AKA Lotto's question was about. So let's talk about when and where I would tend to look for smallmouth bass. So we're going to go to a lake map right now. So let's go check that out. All right, freshwater fishing novices. Now we're looking at this beautiful lake depth map. And we're going to talk about when to fish for smallmouth. And this is just showing you the depth map so you can relate to what I'm telling you. So smallmouth bass in the spring, they like to stick to the shallows when they're spawning. So you can see I'm going to throw an arrow there, an arrow there, an arrow there, and an arrow there to show the shallows. Now when the weather gets hotter, they tend to head to the deep. So I'm going to throw an arrow there, obviously that 50-foot mark, 40-foot mark. They're going to be in that deeper water just because they don't want to deal with it. Late summer can kind of be tough because they tend to hunt in the open and rarely hold in groups like they normally would. So there's that. They're kind of just ripping around. Now in the fall, kind of like in the spring, they like to head back to the shallows. So obviously those very shallow points and areas again. So it makes it a little bit easier in the fall and the spring to track these smallmouth down. It would be shallow, deep, roaming, and shallow are the tips that I can give you, AKA Lotto and all the other freshwater fishing novices, and of course myself. All right, freshwater fishing novices, that's when and where I would tend to look for smallmouth bass. Parts of the lake I would check out, what times of the year I'd be looking in what areas. Smallmouth bass habitat. Well, much like largemouth bass, smallmouth bass like cover, but largemouth bass tend to be up in that cover. Smallmouth bass are going to be around it. So if there's rocks, say they like rocks, they're going to kind of be around the rocks. They're not going to be tucked into the rocks. Smallmouth prefer to hunt in deep, rocky structure. Also known to chase bait fish into open water. Smallmouth like hunting in that nice clear water. So because they like hunting in clear water, it's easier to locate them because you'll be able to see them easier as opposed to like largemouth bass, which hang out in like murkier, dingier water. Smallmouth bass don't like that so much, but they can also see better. So unlike largies don't really like current and stuff like that. They'd prefer to just hang out where it's relaxed. They're pretty lazy. Smallmouth bass love current. So if you do find yourself in a river Forget like where the slack water and the breaks are. What you're going to want to do is chuck right into that current if you're looking for smallmouth in rivers. All right, so what lures have I caught smallmouth bass on? Small, 2.5, 3-inch, soft plastic, soft plastic paddle tail swim baits with a bullet weight on the front, which you guys could see if you watch my video with Maddie, Fishing with Friends. Nothing bad happens. So octopus hook or circle hook and a wacky rig stick bait worm, a craw / bug soft plastic imitation on a wide gap weedless hook, weightless too. I've had some luck with smallmouth on a hard body jointed mouse. Where is it? That guy right here. I don't know why. Random luck, I guess. I've had luck catching smallmouth on spinner baits, like the wire looks like a clothespin, that kind of spinner bait with the single hook and the skirt, and you put a trailer on there. Usually a soft body plastic paddle tail swim bait. That's a thing. And also the last thing would be a jig, or like a big tube jig. Just a jig in general or a big tube jig. Smallies seem to love those things. Now, what's a tip for smallmouth bass fishing? Here's a pro tip. Smallmouth bass will pretty much go for any lure you throw at them. The one thing smallmouth bass can't stand though, heavy line. They can see that heavy line. Since they hunt in clear water, they have better eyesight. So the heaviest line I'll throw for smallmouth bass is 10-pound fluorocarbon. Even if it's a leader, that's 10 pound. That's it. I'm not going to throw anything heavier than that because they're going to see it and they're going to get spooked. So that's not the goal. You want to catch those fish. So 10-pound fluorocarbon should be good to go for those smallmouth bass. All right, AKA Lotto. I hope that video helped you out. Hope to give you a better perspective on where to look and how to target smallmouth bass. Sorry I couldn't hold up to our agreement. But if you learned something from this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Lets me know that you guys are liking this video and I should continue in this direction. If you aren't subscribed right now, guys, I have no idea why. I'm trying to help you become better fishermen and better anglers. All you have to do is hit that bell notification, make it turn from red to gray. You'll be notified of all future videos. And it helps my channel grow and helps other anglers find my channel and helps them become better anglers. If you have a comment, question, leave it in the comments below, just like AKA Lotto did. I'll get back to you guys. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I have pages for both those social platforms. If you want to check me out over on Instagram or Facebook. Thanks for watching the Freshwater Fishing Novice YouTube channel. My name is Moles. It's been Freshwater Fishing Novice Friday, and I'm the Freshwater Fishing Novice. Hope you guys enjoy these outtakes from what I tried to agree with AKA Lotto right now. Be advised, parental discretion is advised. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll catch you next week. Freshwater Fishing Novice YouTube channel. It's fresh. That was AKA. All right, so it was, and he was said. We're gonna take it. Let's go take a look at this map, right? Where I would have focus. Where I would. That was a hard challenge that AKA Lotto put me to. It's been Freshwater. It's been Freshwater.